I was like, nobody owns my freedom and time, right? I want to be free to do and be where I want and also have the money to afford the lifestyle that I wanted. And real estate seemed the obvious answer. So one of the things I say to you, I started actually with rentals and I stumbled into what they call wholesaling nowadays later. I was buying a rental property and I was at closing. And when I signed off at closing, I realized the name on title was not the same name on the contract. So I asked the real estate broker, what's going on here? And he said, I'm flipping the contract to you. And I was like, is that even a thing? So I wanted to learn more about it. So I went to work for him, and that's how I learned about what we call now wholesaling. But now I was also working corporate. I had a job on the side. I bought into the mentality that you go to school, you get a degree, you get your benefits, your pension, and that's how it goes. And it works really well for some people. I'm not saying if that works well for you or a lot of people, that's fine. We need that. But the thing is, for a lot of us, it doesn't. And for me, it was just like I just could not see spending the rest of my life doing that. So I did a couple of things then. So what I did is, this was in 1995, I made 3 important steps and decisions to shift from a salary job to real estate. Because it was not just about shifting. I also wanted to create consistent income every month. I wanted to create, have money to have a better lifestyle that I had from a 9 to 5 and obviously grow from there. So there was not just replacing it. It was actually having it better than what I had for me to justify taking the step in that direction. Now, like I said, I did have some rental properties. And so I looked at wholesaling is a way to have a quick cash infusion. And that's why I call wholesaling my ATM machine, right? So I call it because it is like, to this day, I see that if you want to take a trip, if you want to get a down payment on a house, or if you want to buy a car, I use wholesaling. I don't tap into my savings or IRAs or so forth. I just use wholesaling to get me the cash I need. So once you know how to run this business, it becomes basically cash on demand. And so that's how I looked at real estate. So when I decided that I was going to shift from 9 to 5, I did have, first of all, to create the right mindset about it. And this is one of the things I run across with a lot of students that come to us, and we have a lot of them that come from corporate jobs, that come from that mentality. And the biggest struggle is to really manage your time, to really say, okay, you have limited time every day because you have a 9 to 5 job, and you might have children and so forth, but look at the results. Look at what you can achieve with real estate. Look at the shift you're going to make in the next few months if you do this right. And so once you understand that, you're going to do whatever you have to do. And I'm going to give you here in a couple of minutes the 3 steps that I personally did to shift out of 9 to 5 to $10,000 plus a month within 3 months. And but the thing is, the first thing you have to do is really take a look at yourself mindset-wise. One of the biggest struggles that a lot of students come to us is not about strategies. It's not about anything else. So I'm really glad, because it means that the training is doing very, very well for them. It's about time management. It's about consistency. It's about commitment.